Okay, welcome back everybody, and I'm gonna talk about this, man. Since you guys decided to make this a billion-dollar movie, right, as it is, The Odyssey, I think we need to talk about how problematic that shit is at the same time. Like, that you guys are promoting some very problematic hero statuses right now, man. And I wanted to step in just to kind of point a couple things out about like what we looking at as a hero, man. Like, I'm being honest with you guys right now, right? Right? Let me turn this down here a little bit. Okay. So I wanted to look at Odysseus himself, right? Odysseus, this is the main dude in the entire story, right? Like, he's the one to which all of this is set on. He is the center hero of one of the most epic Greek stories of all time, right? We center him. Okay. So let's start cutting off who he is. Let's start talking about who this guy really is, right? Because, like, you know, this is a lot of non-heroic stuff I'm seeing here, man. I'm being absolutely 100% honest with you guys here. When we start really looking at this stuff, when we start really giving this the side eye, like, are we seeing some hero behavior? Or are we seeing something else, right? Okay, first of all, let's talk about the heroic invasion of Troy, right? Let's talk about the so-called heroic invasion of Troy. Troy got jumped, man. All these were city-states, and you guys all got together and said, we're jumping them, right? That's what you did, right? Like, like, where do we transcend to which we say that this is boss behavior? Like, this is it right here. Let's jump people. Because that's what they did in the hood. I've seen plenty of people do jumping people behavior in the hood, and we never applaud it, right? We never applaud that behavior, right? And let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about the real source of what this war was. Like, they just wanted to bring Troy down, right? Because your premise is flimsy, man. I'm just gonna get right into it. This is where we got to talk about like what really led to this, and say, are these cats heroes, man? Is this a hero that you join this side, right? Because the whole premise of it centers on Helen leaving her man Menelaus and go with Paris, right? And as far as we could tell, right, he didn't take her, right? This looks like this was of Helen's free will. So I have to look at Menelaus and say, yeah, he took your chick, man. Okay, this is gonna happen sometimes. Like, every man is gonna go through this at one point in your life. Hopefully it'll happen in junior high school, right? Or hopefully it happens early on, so you can kind of understand how this is. Like, because there's two parts of it. It's like, one, you don't own a woman, right? Like, you don't. I know some people and sometimes thought they did, but you don't really own a woman, right? That's not. So he took your woman. Like, he did take your women in the way that like Chris Brown be taking people women, right? Like, Breezy wrote a whole song about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what it is, right? They ain't loyal, right? And like, no disrespect. Look. So this is what happened. Your chick got took. How you even running around telling the rest of people about it? I can't even imagine, let alone getting a cadre of other city-states to go over and go jump these people, right? Like, this is it. Over your chick got took. Don't even come to my house and tell me some story like that, man. I'm being 100% honest with you. I don't care what friend you are. Don't you come over to my house and be like, yeah, man, I'm just really messed up right now. Like, my girl, man, she left me. She went with that Prius, and she over there with him right now. Like, man, Helen left, right? She's got up and mashed out. Yes, man, like, let's ride over there. And no, we're not riding over nowhere. Like, let's sit down, let's talk about it. I know you feeling in your feelings right now, but let's talk about all the good things about being Menelaus, right? Like, fuck her, man. She didn't know when she had a good thing right in front of her, man. Don't even, like, this is nonsensical that you roll over there, all these city-states, to jump Troy, right? So this is like the central part of it, right? And he's particularly important because, like, Troy held for all intents and purposes They threw all that at Troy, and Troy held on, right? Like, this is what it is until he tricked them. And let's think about this, man. Like, let's think about, not that I'm opposed to using like your mental mind to solve problems, but you're particularly dastardly, man. Let's be honest. You are particularly a dastardly person, because these people were like, okay, you're leveraging like your rules of like hospitality and like all that stuff, and you would come back to rules of hospitality later in the same story yourself, Odysseus, right? So for you to leverage for this culture, for this Greek culture, at least in my interpretation, for you guys to ignore that this was mad insidious. Like, you tricking, like, yeah, oh, he tricked them, and then they flooded out into the city and killed everybody there. What part of that is heroic, right? Like, I'm just looking at you, right? Like I played on your humanity. I played on your humanity. Like, you wanted the war. It's 10 goddamn years. Don't you guys want to go home too? Like, is my stuff so worthy to you that you just want to be over here for 10 years? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's come on. You got a whole kingdom at home, and this is the BS that is centrally behind Odysseus himself, right? You got a whole kingdom at home, right? You got a whole kingdom at home, like, and that's not enough for you guys, right? That you guys are hell bent to break in here and take all their stuff, right? Like, this is what it meant. Like, you after this city holding up against all this pressure, man, the gods are putting pressure on them, and your little slick ass comes in with like, oh, we're gonna pretend like we're going away and leave them a gift. Don't tell me that's the kind of person you admire. That's the kind of person you wouldn't let into your house, man. That's the kind of person that you would not keep in your social circle. You would not mess with Odysseus in real life, man. If you knew he did stuff like that, like, nah, don't trust him, man. He'll be pretending to give you a gift, but it's actually like maybe got some poison on it, or it's gonna break into your house later. Like, you wouldn't even trust this dude. Like, let's be honest. I don't even want to hear this discussion about how he could potentially be a hero. Like, you're the man that led to like all these children and women and innocent people ultimately being slaughtered here, right? So you're not a hero. Like, the case against this cat gets real ugly real fast, right? Because right after you do this, after all the bloodshed, all the homes and lives destroyed in Troy, like, nobody thinks about Troy, right? Everybody in Troy wasn't Helen, right? Everybody had nothing to do with that, but all those children sure got caught up in this so-called hero. This so-called hero Odysseus is the one who led the charge, right? Who got everybody in there, open up the gates, right? And then as soon as you got in there, right, they sacked the city. This is what it's all about, okay? So they go in here and they rob Troy. That's what it is. Stop admiring people who rob people, right? Because if somebody robbed your house right now, you wouldn't admire that person. You'd be upset about it. Stop admiring people who rob other people. And this is what they did. This is what they did. You got mad because your chick chose, right? That's how the game goes, okay? I'm just telling you guys culturally, this is how I'm looking at this, right? She chose, okay? That's the rules to the game, right? So this is the rules to the game, okay? So this is what Odysseus does after. So after busting into Troy and destroying this beautiful city, and I'm sure stealing a bunch of stuff while you're there, right? Like stealing a bunch of stuff, probably doing a bunch of raping, right? After you leave this, you arrive in Ismarus, right? And this is the home of the Cyclones, which he describes what he did to them, right? They sacked the city. Okay, you left there, and then you went and sacked a city. You slew the man, and you took their wives and a great store of treasure. That's what you did. That's what Odysseus immediately did. Like, Troy, 10 years of trying to break into Troy, that wasn't enough. After all of that, you still were like, let me go over here and rob somebody else. You weren't like, man, let me get home, man. I ain't been home in a minute. I've already been gone for almost like 10 years I've been here, right? I've been here for 10 years, and I still don't want to go home. I want to go rob somebody. And that's what you did. You went over there and you sacked the city. Like, it's very, very clear. You took their wives. That means you captured and enslaved women. This is who Odysseus is, right? This is who Odysseus is, right? You divided the treasure. That means you stole all the stuff that they had. You took everything. Equal shares meant all your men were involved in robbery, enslavement, theft, all that stuff. This is after the Trojan War. This is when you're supposed to be coming home from war, right? So you know, they tried to even come back. Like, it's a whole thing. Like, it's wrong. He said, we have the loot. Now get back to your ships, right? So that he tells him right there. It's very coherent what he does, okay? Very coherent. So let's think about this, man. You've already participated or been the impetus in the siege of 2 cities, man. 2 separate populations. You broke in and stole all their stuff, okay? That's the guy that you guys are calling a hero, right? When they say you got the world flipped up upside down, this is what it means, right? When they say you got me effed up, this is what they're talking about. Your world is upside down. Your kingdom is upside down. Listen, look at what you're rewarding. And I'm like, this story, we're just passing on. We've been passing down this story for what, like, it's like 3,000 years now. We've been passing on this story that came from Greek culture like 3,000 years now. This dude is one of the worst people on the planet. I'm telling you guys, this is nonsensical, right? Because after you leave there, okay, so then after that, after your second place of plunder, right, and rape and enslavement, then you roll up on the Cyclops' house, right? You roll up to the Cyclops' house, right? And what do you do at the Cyclops' house? You steal from him. Like, that's the first thing you do. You get to the Cyclops' crib on the Cyclops' island, and the first thing you guys do was enter his cave while he was away. In what culture is this acceptable with? In what culture is this type of behavior acceptable? I'm really trying to get an answer. Like, guys, where is this acceptable behavior? Okay, that's what I thought. Like, nowhere is this acceptable behavior. So this is what he does, right? Now this is after already looting 2 places. I'm sure you could have took snacks as well. I'm sure while you were taking their women and you were taking all their gold, I'm sure you guys could have took some snacks while you were there too for the rest of your trip. But no, you don't take some snacks for the rest of your trip. What do? You go into, now you're out. The Cyclops are out working. These are hard-working Cyclops. This is a hard-working Cyclops and his people taking care of their land. They weren't bothering nobody. They were shepherds. They were working the land, hard-working, honest people, right? That's what the Cyclops were. So you broke into his house, right? Then you start going through his stuff. Like, look, you're rifling through all of his stuff. You light a fire inside. Like, think of this is your home. Think of this is your house, right? You light a fire in there. You start eating his cheese, start taking cheese and stuff like that. And then you wait for him. Because you're like, yeah, he should give me a gift. Remember that part of it. You broke into somebody's house, started going through their stuff, lit up a fire, ate some food, and then said, I'm going to wait till they get back because I feel like he going to owe me a gift for being here, right? I don't even understand the level of entitlement to which this is. Like, you breaking into people's houses, you rob and steal from people all the time, right? So this is what it is. You're in somebody's home, right? And now he eating your asses up now. Now he eating your asses up, right? I don't know how many of your men die in this, right? But he eating your ass up. He's fucking you guys up. Yeah, you guys didn't even deserve to get out of that one, right? You didn't deserve to get out of that one, right? And then you end up having to blind me, man. Like, you broke into my house. I'm just asking, if there's ever a story about somebody breaking into your house, right? I'm not gonna cheer if you get blinded in that and they get away. Okay, I'm not gonna cheer for somebody breaking into your house and blinding you and then getting away scot-free. I would not cheer for that, right? This is not something that we should cheer about somebody breaking into these hard-working Cyclops' homes, these law-abiding Cyclops who weren't bothering anybody, right? Just had their sheep and they were farming and doing what they needed to do, right? And you're like, yeah, let's break into your house, right? And you know it, man. Like, and you're like expecting them to have customs and all this stuff. You're right, okay. But you a heroic person, right? You this heroic king, and you got to get home because you got your fine wife. Your wife is at home, man. It's tough, man. Yeah, it's not dudes over there trying to smash daily, right? It's not dudes pressing up on her and threatening her daily, right? It's not dudes over there trying to check your son daily, eating up all the food in the kingdom daily, inhibiting the thriving of your own kingdom. That's not going on daily while you over here running around doing all this nonsense. So I know at this point, after Troy, then after the second robbery, then actually stopping on the Cyclops island, I know you're going to go home now. Wrong. Wrong. Right? This is Odysseus, man. This dude is actually incorrigible, right? So what do? Now you end up on the island of Circe, right? You end up on Circe's island, okay? And yeah, we know about Circe, man. Yeah, we heard about Circe. Yeah, we know about Circe. And then you happen to stay there for a year. Wonder why. Like Circe, man. The name translates to fatty in Greek, right? This is what she is. So you know you're going to stay on this island. So he stays on this island for a year. While you know it's some dudes at your house talking to your wife like, look, girl, he dead. He's dead. He's not even alive anymore. Let's move on. Like, I know you loved him, but let's move on at this point, right? He's been going like 10 years. That's long enough. You can declare him dead. Everybody will root for it. I'll marry you. I'll be hitting it tonight, and we'll run the kingdom together, right? This is what your wife was going through. But you're like, no, let me stop over at Circe's house. Like, let me be all over Circe's house, right? And these dudes are trying to consume your household, right? You stay there and you become her lover. You stay there for a year, being her lover after being gone for 10 years and making 2 other stops, right? But you're a hero, right? You're a hero. You're all about your family. You're the great hero who's got all his morals and all this stuff, right? That's what it is, right? You're not worried about it. You're not worried about it that, hey, brother, when are we gonna go home? And are we just living with her? Like, his crew has to come to him and be like, so do we live here now? This is what his crew said. We've been here for a year, and they're like, are we going home or do we live here now? And it was at that point that now they start like, he's got to get home, right? So this is a year of adultery. This is a year of adultery, right? Like, you shacked up for a year with this chick, and then you're complaining about what's going on at home, right? Okay, so this is it, right? So now I'm like, okay, you get pulled away, and I think she the one who turns him into the pigs, or is that Calypso, right? Wait, let's see. Yeah, I think it's Circe that turns them into pigs, right? Turns them into pigs. Because you guys are tripping, like the men are tripping again. You guys are pigs, you're over consuming and all that stuff, right? So this is where you go. You've been robbing, you've been raiding, you're destroying. This is your pathway here. This who you are. This is who you are. And then you go Calypso, right? And you spend 7 years on Calypso's island in another sector. You just got done smashing Circe. My goodness, is it not enough? You got incredibly beautiful and intelligent Penelope at home, right? I think that was her name, Penelope. Was it Penelope? I don't know what her name was, right? It was one of them kind of names, right? You don't care. You over here with Calypso. You spend 7 more years, right? She won't let you go, but you walked right into this, right? You walked into, and I get it. It's a goddess, man. It's a goddess. I get it, right? I get it. So, but still, you got caught up in something, and you didn't want to come home. If you were really trying to come home, you would have got there. So finally, like, your man, between you and your man, you guys you finally got there. You guys are constantly stealing and violating sacred property, right? Everything about you guys messed this up yourselves. You get gifted a magic bag of winds. Who gets that? Who gets gifted a magic bag of wind while you're at sea and you manage to mess that up? Because you have no restraint, like 0 restraint. Yeah, hey, don't open that bag. They immediately open that bag. I mean, like, it was one instruction was don't open this bag. Like, all the instructions about don't do this over here, don't do that over there. We're at every single, you don't even have control of your man. You don't have control of yourself, and you don't have control of your man, right? And then there's the whole sacred, then there's the cattle of Helios, right? Like, look, you guys land there, they're just sacred. You guys ate sacred cattle. Like, you get stranded on this island and start, like, if you guys just took your asses home, you probably wouldn't be running out of food, right? So you pray, and then you start slaughtering these cattle, right? It is what it is, though. This is what you guys, now Zeus destroys your ship, and every remaining crew member gets killed. You guys deserve it. I cannot, like, Look, all I can hope is that somebody was able to pick up all their gold as you guys were dying all the way home. Because I know he doesn't get home with any. You rob these people constantly, and you don't even keep any of this gold on your way home. You just squandered everything that you took from my kingdom. You have now squandered it on this trail of death and debauchery as you meandered your drunk ass every place but where your wife was at. That's what you did, right? This is the guy that we're giving hero status. Like, why are you a hero when morally you're one of the worst characters I've actually ever read about, dude? I'm not gonna lie. You're duplicitous. You're a trickster, right? You're disrespectful. You're dishonest. You're an adulterer. You're a murderer. You're an enslaver. Like, Jesus, man. Like, you hit every single metric for what I would say is absolutely a terrible person. Like, beyond reproach. Like, there's not even angles to which I can call you a good person, right? If I actually analyze who Odysseus is, the list I have laid out for you guys: destruction of cities, raids, robbery, right? Adultery, multiple. You spent 8 years banging other chicks. You spent 8 years banging other chicks. Like, that's the story. And knowing that dudes is over here trying to bang your chick, right? Like, constantly. Like, she's under mad pressure. She's under mad, incredible pressure. And you're like, yeah, but I'm gonna dip over here right quick. Hey, just dip over here right quick. Let's just dip over here right quick. Let's just roll through here right quick. Let me grab this right quick, right? I'll be home in a minute. And then you guys seem dumb. You mishandle every opportunity, you guys, to get home while pissing off everybody. And you finally get home and you're able to reclaim your shit. And your wife, with her dumb ass, takes you back, right? I mean, it worked out in your favor, man. I don't know if it was worth it. Your kingdom was messed up. You let your kingdom be completely depleted by these assholes. And they weren't assholes compared to you. They're exactly what you were. You guys are all exactly the same, man. From the beginning to the end, you're absolutely a terrible character, man. Every part of Odysseus is a terrible person. I want you guys to know that is coming from the deepest levels of my examination, right? I feel like I've laid out, like, you know, granted, you get divine favor, right? You get, you're cunning, you have endurance, but man, you are duplicitous. You are a liar. You are just, man, just despicable on a whole nother level. Like, if this guy was in real life, you would not allow him into your home, man. If you allow this guy into your home, you're just crazy. You know he's gonna steal something, right? If you let Odysseus into your house, you know you're gonna come up light on something. Whatever, I don't know what it is, but whatever you guys got, they're gonna go in your refrigerator, right? Right? They might, like, you come back like, where's my daughter at, right? Like, these guys. That's who these guys. He does all that kind of stuff, but we still decided, like, let's have a hero. Let's treat him like a hero, right? Despite doing all these terrible things. And I'm simply saying your mythologies and your stories, what you support, says a lot about your culture, right? So I'm just saying culture. I'm just saying culture. I'm looking at you right now. I'm looking at what you guys are saying your culture is, and whoo-wee, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to tell my mama I believe in this kind of stuff, man. But I just want to hit you guys with it. I know this movie's going to be real popular. I don't know if I'm going to watch it. It's a lot of nonsense. I know it's supposed to be great and all that stuff. I don't know if I want to support it. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. We'll see. If you watch it, please enjoy it, you know, but tell me and give me your thoughts about it. But I'm going to dip and I'll be back later when I think of something interesting to talk about.